Oh, it's Monday again, Harry thought to himself on the bed. Although it was a bright morning, the sun was shining outside, birds were tweeting. But just like every other Monday morning in recent years, a wave of fatigue and sluggishness washed over Harry. Lately, he's not been feeling like it. Lately, he's been spending more time on his console than he'd like. Lately, he's been putting off important things at the altar of time wasters. He's been feeling more and more tired lately. He's stuck in a dead-end job, but he's too scared to quit. So, by all means, Harry doesn't want to get out of bed. And again, Harry does what Harry always does every morning. He checks into his social media accounts. While meandering aimlessly on there, he stumbled on an influencer that was talking about how NoFap has made him the king of the world. What resonated most with Harry was that all the symptoms that the influencer described pre-NoFap are all the things Harry is currently feeling. Could this be a coincidence? Could NoFap really be the answer to all the problems Harry's been facing? Could his life, like the influencers, also be transformed in the next 3 months? He was going to find out. So he decided to start doing NoFap ASAP. But little does Harry know that just like any other guy before him that's jumped on the NoFap wagon, he's bound to go through 4 stages on his NoFap journey. Stage 1. The Gaslight period. Harry's just discovered NoFap and Harry feels like the king of the world. There's this rush of the NoFap benefits in the first 7 days that makes him feel like NoFap will really solve all the problems in his life. He's more energetic, he's more lively, livelier than he had ever felt before. Harry feels like nothing can stop him. After all, he's discovered the secret of existence itself. Harry is now convinced that to live the good life, retaining his semen is key. In the first couple of days, people in Harry's life started telling him that there's something different about him, and he's reveling in these praises. And then, in and around the 7th day mark, something sinister started happening. Harry started getting huge and uncontrollable urges to fap. Whoa, this shouldn't be happening. I can't mess this up, Harry thinks to himself. But then the urges were too much, and the inevitable relapse came. And then he started fapping over and over and over again. Then he remembered how good he felt in the first couple of days of NoFap, so he gave NoFap another go. Only this time he relapsed within the first 2 days, and then he fapped some more. And just like that, he got stuck in the relapse and binge rabbit hole cycle. This cycle he's stuck in is sort of like a wilderness. And just like that, Harry entered the 2nd stage of his NoFap journey. Stage 2. The Wilderness. After countless relapses and binge fapping, for the first time since he's been on this NoFap journey, Harry realizes that perhaps NoFap isn't as easy as advertised. Even when Harry wasn't relapsing and binge fapping, even when he uses sheer will to power through the first 7 days of NoFap, it's at this stage that the flatline starts. And flatline was as mean as they come. Harry realized that it's in this wilderness that the majority of people fall off the NoFap wagon. It's at this juncture that some people conclude that NoFap is a scam, and the rest just can't figure a way out of this wilderness. But Harry knew he wanted to complete the NoFap challenge. He just didn't know how to get there. The one lesson Harry learned after months and years in this wilderness is that NoFap is like a battlefield that he really needs to prepare and plan for. And just like that, he entered the next stage of his NoFap journey. Stage 3. The Battlefield. Just as a soldier learns strategies and trains for war, Harry realized he needed to prepare better for NoFap. So Harry started watching videos like this on YouTube. Harry is now interested in learning how to make his NoFap journey as easy as possible. He found this channel that's dedicated to helping people do just that. So he subscribed to this channel, he turned on the notification bell so he doesn't miss it when these types of videos drop in the future. He also downloaded this course that has helped thousands of guys on my blog to get out of the wilderness of this addiction. The course gave him everything he needed to be successful in the NoFap battle, and it also taught him techniques he never knew existed in winning the binge fapping battle. You can check out what the course has to offer by clicking the link in the description of this video. Another thing that Harry did at this stage of his NoFap journey was get accountable. And this took so much of the stress out of quitting in a powerful way. The software that does accountability and filtering best out there is Covenant Eyes. There's also a link in the description that takes you to the Covenant Eyes page where you get a 30-day trial. If you end up getting my course or the accountability program just like Harry did, you'll be helping out my channel in more ways than you can know. Stage 4. The Lifestyle. At this stage, Harry's become triumphant on the battlefield. He's come to the realization that NoFap is a way of life, and that it's much more than a challenge. And Harry now knows that the positive effects of completing the NoFap challenge were far-reaching than he envisaged when he started his journey. His life is transformed, and he almost couldn't recognize the guy that used to be a slave to compulsively fapping all the time. He has settled on a NoFap routine because he's become stronger than the addiction, and he's now able to resist his urges better. Now, let's re-examine the 4 stages Harry went through from the lens of the 4 stages that everybody goes through in life to learn anything, to take up a new good habit or drop a bad habit. Because chances are that Harry's story is similar to yours, as it was similar to mine. These 4 stages are unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. The first stage of your NoFap journey, which is the Gaslight period, is a period where you don't even know how difficult the NoFap challenge is. At this stage, you're unconscious that you're incompetent at doing NoFap. The second stage is the wilderness that's filled with relapses, flatline, and binge fapping. At this stage, you're now conscious of how incompetent you are at doing NoFap. You're now aware that there's more to NoFap than just using your willpower. The third stage, which is the battlefield, is the stage where you've actually learned some strategies, or you're seeing a therapist, or gotten accountable, and you're consciously applying all the things you're learning. At this stage, you're now consciously competent. At the last stage is when you're now unconsciously competent and have accepted NoFap as a lifestyle, and you're kind of doing NoFap on autopilot. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, drop a comment letting us know which stage of your NoFap journey you currently are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.